Good morning, everybody, and thanks so much for joining us here at the Action 2 News Digital News Desk on this Monday morning, September 9th, and a busy, busy morning it has been. We are going to be getting into some of the big stories that we are following this morning. Great to have you again joining us. Emerson, Lehmann here at the Digital News Desk, and if you were following along on Action 2 News this morning, you could see that it was a very busy day here in Northeast Wisconsin. We had breaking news, several different breaking news stories that we've been following not only this morning but over the course of the weekend, and we want to get right into that, starting with that mill fire in Calumet County in Hilbert. This is at the Fox Valley Alfalfa Mill in Hilbert. The call came in around 1:15 this morning. Multiple agencies responding, and that says there down at the bottom, no word yet on any injuries. We did just confirm that there are no injuries reported at that scene, so I'm going to update that right here. No injuries reported at the scene right there. Very important to update that. Again, crews have been out there all morning. We're told by our reporter at the scene, Kristen Allen, that there were roughly 100 firefighters from 25 different departments. So we're showing you some of the images that you're seeing here. The firefighters on the scene there. Again, 100 firefighters, 25 different departments. They say that a storage unit, you can see it right there, that is filled with hay, and that caught fire, causing that massive blaze there. They're anticipating that they're going to need to be fighting that fire all day, maybe even into the night as that continues. Again, that at the Fox Valley Alfalfa Mill in Hilbert in Calumet County, crews continuing to fight that fire. So if you do live in that area, perhaps avoid it if at all possible. The other big story that we are following this morning that a lot of folks have been talking about on social media, and we want to get right to that as well, the human remains that were found over the weekend by a hunter on Saturday. This was on private property in Manitowoc County, the town of Two Rivers, near Camp Manitou. It is important to stress there, it is on private property where these remains were found, not in the camp, but near that camp there. The sheriff's office telling Action 2 News that they cannot confirm at this time if the remains are related to the Elijah Vu case. Of course, Camp Manitou, the roadway there, that's all within miles from where Elijah was last reported, from where he was reported missing back in February from an apartment complex on Mishicot Road in Two Rivers. But again, the sheriff's office at this time cannot confirm if those remains are related to Elijah Vu's case. We are going to continue to follow along with this, bring you any updates that we can as they continue to come in, both on air and online. We'll check in here at the Digital News Desk as well, so make sure to stay with Action 2 News for all the latest on that. But again, human remains found over the weekend by a hunter near Camp Manitou in the town of Two Rivers, Manitowoc County, on private property. The sheriff's office not able to confirm if the remains are related to the Elijah Vu case. So we will continue to follow that story and bring you the latest updates as it becomes available. The other big story that we're talking about, it's a Monday morning. We want to discuss that weather with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon, who is standing by here this morning. We'll give this another nice view of our Green Bay Skycam. 62 degrees, Steve. It was a gorgeous weekend for those who are kind of looking forward to fall, Steve. We're 2 weeks away from fall, and now summer's deciding it wants to hang around for a bit.
Well, you know, autumn officially arrives on September 22nd. So that's not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. And it felt like autumn Friday and Saturday.
It did, yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, you could probably feel yesterday on Sunday it was a little warmer. So really the pendulum is kind of swinging back to more of a summertime weather pattern over the next few days. And I think you'll really start to feel the heat later this week.
Well, we enjoyed it while it lasted, at least.
Well, out the door right now, Emerson, we've got temperatures mostly in the 60s. I'm going to drive for a little bit here. We've got 62 degrees in Green Bay. We're at 59 in Fond du Lac, but there's more 50s across the north. It's 59 in Escanaba, Michigan. We'll rise up to about a high of 80 away from Lake Michigan. It's going to be warm, somewhat humid this afternoon with sunshine and probably a few puffy fair weather clouds as we go beyond lunchtime. So first alert pinpoint predictor shows the high temperatures we're anticipating. Low and mid 70s by the water. Inland areas close to 80 or so. Upper 70s in the north woods. The dew point is creeping up. That's not what people want to hear about, but I'll tell you that dew point is going to be close to 60 later today. So a little bit sticky. Don't feel guilty if you have to run that air conditioning. Now, it was breezy over the weekend, but the wind is lightening up as a weak front moves into the area. Northwest winds will begin to slow down and begin to veer to the east and northeast and just be really a whisper around 3 miles an hour after lunch. So our next weather maker is the summertime temperatures that we're talking about. A heat wave is going to be building this week. You'll really feel it Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And the big reason why is because of the jet stream. Now, the jet stream, the steering winds aloft in the sky, which move weather systems across North America, very often is a dividing line between cool air to the north and warmer air to the south. And with that jet stream flowing through Canada the next few days, that's going to allow the warm air to build in the Great Lakes, and so it's no surprise our temperatures will be up and away. Highs today and tomorrow will be close to 80, and this is roughly 5, 6, 7 degrees above average for this time of year. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, our highs will be in the mid to upper 80s, falling shy of record highs. Records would be in the 90s, but still an uncharacteristically warm stretch. And it looks like a dry heat with our dew points in the 50s. Despite our temperatures heading down a little bit over the upcoming weekend, which is still a ways away, that's when the humidity is going to be rising with dew points in the 60s. So as the warm air flows in tonight, we may see some areas of fog. Could be a little bit thick around sunrise tomorrow morning, so keep that in mind if anybody's got any travel plans. It's generally to the north of the Fox Cities tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. A few widely scattered showers or thunder showers are possible, but you can see here on First Alert Pinpoint Predictor, the rain coverage is not very impressive. It is probably at most a 30% chance of rain, and that's probably being generous. So there's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast with hazy sunshine today, 80 for a high, 81 tomorrow, thunder showers in the north. And then there's that heat, 85 Wednesday, 88 on Thursday, down to 85 on Friday. Now, I know we're thinking about fall. It's just a hair under 2 weeks of baseball Thursday evening in the Valley. The T-Rats are going to be hosting the Quad City Bandits. This would be game 2 of their playoff series, and I would expect temperatures to be dropping from the 80s down into the 70s, and at the first pitch that evening, 6:40, skies will be mostly clear. It should be a nice night for some baseball, and go T-Rats. And then farther down the line on your First Alert Super 7-day forecast, Sunday, the Packers are home, minus Jordan Love against the Indianapolis Colts. Go Pack, go. Looks like there's a slight rain chance, and I'll stress slight, otherwise partly sunny. And at the noon hour on Sunday at Lambeau Field, pretty likely will be in the mid-70s with a light northwest wind. So temperatures will cool down a little bit, Emerson, when we head into the weekend, but unfortunately that's going to coincide with an increase of humidity and perhaps a little bit of some wet weather as we wrap up that upcoming weekend.
All right, Steve, wonderful to... For those that want summer to stick around for just a little bit longer, I'm sure they're very excited to see all that, and we appreciate you giving us that first alert. And guess what? If folks want a little bit more there, they can join us in about, 18 minutes or so for Action 2 News mid-morning. We'll be getting ready for that. So with that being said, we're going to say goodbye to everybody. Wish you all a very happy Monday, a happy work week. And again, make sure to tune in to Action 2 News mid-morning coming up in 18 minutes or so at 9 o'clock this morning. You'll have Steve and I there with all the latest on these breaking stories we've been following, this First Alert weather, and everything else that you need to start your work week. So we'll see you then.